Are you tired of looking like a courtyard jester? Maybe you're looking to impress some of the ladies of Embervale, or you're just not feeling worthy overall because your armor set just really isn't cutting it. Well, no need to worry any longer, my friend, because I'm going to solve all of your problems by not only showing you where every single piece of armor is located, I'm going to tell you some recommendations on things you should have and be prepared for in order to traverse the area these are all located in. So first, let's start with how do we get to where we need to go to actually locate these armor pieces. After progressing a bit in the game, I did receive this quest called Reach the Capital Pikemeads Reach, which can be obtained by speaking to Oswald, which is the blacksmith inside of your village. Now, although this is what reveals the location of where this armor set is located, you can absolutely still get there without having this revealed. It's just a bit tricky to navigate and find your way. And for all you daring adventurers who are looking to travel out there with having this location revealed on your map, what I'm showing right now is the spawn in point from where you pretty much start the game. And if you head pretty far north and slightly east here, you are going to stumble across Pikemeads Reach. Another reference point for you here, if you've been out to the Revelwood Ancient Spire, it is pretty much due east from here and just slightly north. And I know we're super antsy to go ahead and get this armor set, but before we head out there, there's just a couple of things that I must recommend. First being, be sure to be prepared with some lockpicks, because this is going to help you navigate the area much better, and also use this to get inside of doorways and unlock other loot chests while you're on your adventure. I also highly encourage you to make sure that you have double jump unlocked over in the survival branch of your skill tree. This is absolutely critical to making sure you can get around the area with ease. And lastly, please note the enemies in this area are at least level 15. I've seen some as high as 17. And if you're anything like me and play on hard mode and consistently venture into areas that you are absolutely not ready for, you will get your ass wiped very quickly. Rest in peace, brother. All right, you get it. Now you know where to go. You know how to be prepared. Let's talk about how do we get in and how do we actually locate the armor. So when you arrive at Pikemeads Reach, you're actually going to be taking a pathway through this section of Shroud here on the map. And you're going to be arriving on the south end of this piece of land here. You're going to be greeted by an open gate. And you'll look over here up in the top right corner. We're at a place called Imperial Gardens. And we're going to need to make our way to this waypoint. Now, rather than just showing you the location on the map, I know it can be quite frustrating on how to find your way there, so let me go ahead and explain. Now, this does take a second, and bear with me because I'm going to be speaking while playing, so if I screw up my words, go ahead and beat me up in the comments. I'm totally cool with it. So once you enter the gate, what we're going to do is we're going to make our way slightly right between these two wooden spikes here. Now proceed towards the center of this area. We're going to hop on over this wood piece and just a slight right again over between the tree in this section here. And you'll see this lamppost. That's exactly where we're going to want to go. Now let's hop up on here, drop down and make a left. Once you make your left, we're going to head directly through the center of this area where you'll see this bridge. Once we arrive at the bridge, we're going to head right up underneath here. And we have a shroud route. Be very cautious in this area because there generally is a ton of enemies. Once you clear them out, we're going to make a left over here and we're going to head up these stairs. Once we reach the top of the stairs, head right towards the building with the gold windows. We're going to make our way down through this section and just hug the perimeter of this building until you arrive over here. Now, once we get here, we're just going to double jump onto this wall and then another double jump onto this section. And finally, one more onto this platform here. Now we need to get up there. So what we're going to do next is just hop up on here and then double jump our way on up top. We're going to head up over the stairs and down. We'll drop down over here. And we're going to head towards that stone road over there. So let's just jump on down here, follow this stone road into this like garden section where you have this statue. Once you're here, we're just going to proceed straight through that gate with those spikes up above. Let's just jump up on here. Continue our way into the shroud this time, and then once we're in the shroud here, we're going to make our way just past this little barrel here, and to the left you have our building here. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the door, head down the stairs. We're going to make a left here, and then we're going to end up in this tomb area. Now so head your way down here into the shroud. And let's go ahead and open this up, and there we have it, the Guard of the North chest plate. Next, for the gloves, our location is going to be located southwest of where we're currently at, which is the Huckster Square Shroud route. To get there, we're going to head right back up from where we came from. So navigate right out into this area here. Now, it's important to check your map once again, just to set a waypoint. This is going to help you get there much easier. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the right here. We're going to pass on through this opening. Now, once we get here, you're just going to continue to move along this bridgeway. Now, make a right here. Now, you might be greeted with some enemies, but that's okay. Now, if you'll notice, we're back to this section by the building that we were by previously. This time, though, instead of going around the side, we're going to come on down these stairs here. And then once you get to the bottom of the stairs, make a right around this corner up through those two wooden spikes. Now we need to head up the stairs here and make an immediate left up at the top. Now, once we're down here, make sure you go ahead and hit the checkpoint that's going to be right here. That way, if you do die in this area, you'll at least respawn right here. Once you've ensured to hit that checkpoint, make your way to the back of this section here and make a left through this opening. But I do caution you, there are a ton of fell enemies in here protecting that shroud route, but you can easily bypass them by just simply running around and dodging, running to this area behind the shroud route where there's this like gray and gold chest, and that's where you're going to find the Guard of North gloves. Next, we're going to go get the boots, and we're looking at the current location where the gloves were at. We're going to head directly east from here to this waypoint. Now, all we need to do to get there is head directly the opposite direction of where we found the gloves. We're going to head up these stairs and make a right up this stair set here. Now, once we get up here, we're going to make a left and jump off this ledge onto this wooden dock here. Continue to make our way down through the Enshrouded and a left over top of this wall and over the rubble. From here, jump on down and make a left, where we're just going to proceed to run along the edge of this castle wall. Now, if you look ahead, you can see some of that mycelium, the bluish colored stuff sticking out of the wall. Proceed a little bit further and then make a left here and hop up over this broken part, and then make a right. And we're going to continue running forward towards that tower up ahead. Now, we need to make it to the top there. That is where the boots reside. So we're just going to climb a few different ladders and use our grappling hook until we reach the top where that chest will be sitting. Now, not much more to say here, so just continue to make your way up towards the top and grab your boots. For our helmet, we're actually going to turn around and face the north end of Pikemead's Reach. Now, you can see over there, that's the Capitol building. We're actually going to travel to a tower right on this waypoint location. And the best way to get there is actually going to be jumping off this cliff over here, which is outside the actual Reach itself. And the best thing to do here is we're going to jump on down and land on this east castle wall here. Now, make sure you do your best not to roll off the side, because it's going to be much more difficult to get where we need to go. Then from here, we're just going to head straight all the way until we reach the northeast tower here just ahead. Now that we've reached this corner, get a nice running jump here and land on this cliffside. And we're going to continue to follow the path that I'm heading right now. So make a little bit of a right. We need to get all the way up to the tallest point of this area that's going to be directly across from the tower we need to reach. Now, the location is that tower with the green banner on it, so we're just going to head up just a little bit more. Now, the one thing here is, if you have a better glider than I have, you'll actually be able to glide directly where that doorway is. That's actually where the chest is, but since we can't make it, and if that's the same for you, we're going to drop down over into this section here. And then let's just proceed to head forward over to the back corner here, and once we reach the corner, let's make a left. And then another left right into this area over here. And if you look overhead, we actually have a spot that we can grapple up to. So just jump up and grapple onto this platform here. And then we're going to use this to climb up above. Once reaching this area, we're just going to go ahead and head towards that tower by dropping down here, hopping up onto this wall, and then we're going to proceed up these stairs. And right above here, we also have another grappling hook spot. Now be careful here because I've fallen off before. Make sure you get a nice jump over that gap. And then dropping down here, we have the chest for our helmet. Now, lastly, for the pants, we're going to be heading out from where we just picked up our helmet and heading southwest here to the north spot of Pike's Port on that waypoint. Just make sure your character's headed in that direction. We're going to jump on down and glide to the ground here. And then once we land, we're just going to continue to head in that southwest direction towards our location. And then when we reach this point, let's jump up here. Our goal is to land on that castle wall there. So be careful, landing in the shroud is going to be devastating. We're going to avoid that at all costs. And we're just going to continue to head west over here on this wall towards our waypoint. And just before reaching those stairs, there's a break in the wall. We're going to hop down and drop through this opening here. And you'll see right over across this deadly shroud is a golden chest over here on the left, which is containing the final piece of our set of armor, which is the Guard of the North pants. Congratulations, Flameborn, you have just officially acquired one of the coolest looking armor sets in all of Embervale. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Enshrouded content. This is Haskin signing off. I will catch you all in the next one.